What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000, back in the place to be. Welcome back to Naruto Online, and a little thing that I like to call chase and chat, chat and chase. So let's get to chasing, and I'll get to chatting. So let's go to hot topics. We're gonna go Chio or Kimi, 5 though. We're gonna go Desert of the Hot Sand. So let's get it on. Desert of the Hot Sand, here we go. So what to talk about? So I thought that the game would increase the level cap. I was wrong, absolutely wrong, but we did get battle armor. So battle armor has actually been a pretty cool, I think this was a really good addition to the game, and mostly because of the Hanzo event. Like, I'm telling you, man, this MMO community is one of the best I've ever been in. Like, the people that are always, like, in group chat, people are talking. World chat, people are always talking. The forums, people are exchanging strategies and tips. And, like, the fact that, and this is, this is a good thing and a bad thing, but the fact that you don't really have to, there's no like Twitch gameplay in Naruto Online. Like, most people are just sitting here watching autoplay, right? So because of that, people chat a lot more. You get to know people a lot more. Now, I'm not saying that this game is better than a game like Black Desert or something like that, but there's something to be said that games like this that don't require a lot of your attention as far as the controls go have better communities because people are talking more. They just are. But that's that. So I love the Hanzo event. I'm digging the battle armor. You're probably looking at this team like, what the heck? I got to do some weird team for these videos. Running Baki in this one because he has such an interesting passive. If you don't know what it does, he targets whoever is the lowest enemy, and he lowers their defense and resistance. So he does that as a passive every turn. So he might be pretty good at kind of eliminating high priority targets and getting them off the board. He's wind as well, so he goes really good with Gaara to get that shield as well. I'm not sold on this team, but I'm just kind of playing around with it a little bit. So that's that. All right, so thank you, Chio, for your 5 fragments. Sorry, Neji, we're gonna go with, where is this? The Forest of Land of Fire, Kimimaro, here we come. Kind of looks like it's getting really repeaty, but that's fine. I'll always take free fragments. Not a big deal. So that's that. So that's battle armor. That is a thing there. Here is the strong approaching that I was talking about here. Hanzo attacks. I'll be trying to do normal mode next week. So I'll definitely bring you a video of that to see how hard it is or how easy it is. I'm not sure. We'll have to check it out. But we'll definitely make a video of the normal mode as well as the super hard mode. Like, people on my server right now, and I'll show you here after we kill Kimi here. Let's get him off the board. I really want my Orochimaru. I'm seeing so many people play him. So many. It's just such cool animation, such a cool passive. Really digging him. I'm not sure if that's the one that I want. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Down you go. Not to mention, this week, people are seeing the value of Kabuto. Like, I was trying to tell people, just go ahead and get him up to 5 stars. I got him to 4. I'm very close to 5. But I told people, just level this guy up. He's going to be useful in all content. And he has been. So if you haven't learned yet, definitely just pick up Kabuto. Just level him up on the side. You can't go wrong with a guy who can do tons of clones. Ooh. I heard so many good things about Shikamaru. Let me get my pronunciation right. Hold on, guys. Relax. Don't. Shikamaru. Now, somebody taught me a really cool trick. I have to make sure that I go out of my way to try to pronounce every letter. Because like in the English language, we skip a lot of letters. A lot of letters are silent. Not here. So Shikamaru. Got to make sure you pronunciate every single letter. All right, where were we? Go back to chasing chats. But Chio, though. I'm still going to go back with Chio. That's fine. She's back in the same place. Hopefully they add a little bit more variety of the ninjas here, but I can't be mad for free fragments. So let's take a look at this ranking here. So this is actually pretty interesting. So we have a few people on my server who have beat the difficult mode. 67, 70, 69, 67. That's crazy. So you can definitely do it. And that's how you get your name on this ranking. You have to do it on a difficult mode. So we have 4 people on our server right now who have all done it. With varying levels of power here. So I gotta try it. I had no idea. I was just doing it on easy because I wanted to get all of the materials I needed for my battle armor. So I thought I had to do it in order, but now I'm like very curious to see how hard it is on normal and difficult. So we'll definitely give it a try here. Baki though, not working on the clones. Not working on the clones at all. But no big deal. This is something I recommend you guys do. If you have like a character, just play with them a little bit, you know, on content that doesn't really matter and content that you know you're going to beat. Just try out different characters because something might trigger in the future. Like, you know what? Baki has this one ability that might go really well with such and such that's added to the game later. You never know when you might need somebody. So that is that. Same thing with Asuma here. His initial passive where you get 40, your first turn has 40 chakra instead of 20. You know, that's something just to keep in mind in the future. A lot of the characters that we have right now do not, they have 40 point spenders, but they can typically only do them on the second turn. The only person that I can think of off the top of my head that has a first turn 40 point spender is Sakon, but there could be more. I'm just not remembering all of them. So that's that. So that, hey, Mujin, here's one of the people that defeated it on difficult. What up? Let's go back to town here. Let's take a look at a few other things. All right, so let's take a look here. So this is why I did it in the order that I did it in. Because if you take a look at battle armor, if you go here, you go look at upgrade. I still need common cloth. Like I have 6 pieces, I still need 4 more. So that's why I kept on doing the easy one because I wanted to get all the common cloths until it was time for me to do medium cloth or whatever. And then I would move on to the next one. But apparently you can just jump ahead. So that's definitely a thing. If you haven't seen Water Ninja's little transformations, they are, you know, they're pretty cool. They don't show up in combat, which is a little, why would they call it battle armor if it didn't show up in combat? They should call it like, you know, town lounge armor. I don't know, something different. But battle armor, you think you're gonna go battle in it, but you don't battle in it. I like the battle rank 9. It looks very, very good. I would walk around in town all the time with that. But there is another clothing system for in combat. So this clothing system is for like out of combat, in town, showing off, I guess. And then the other clothing system is for in combat things. So, you know, don't get too sad about it. It is coming. As far as an update on my team is concerned, we'll take a look here. So what's a better screen to look at this on? Let's go on the ninja screen here. No, strengthen. Strengthen's the best place to look at this. So I got all my Kage clothes here. Everybody is all ready to go. So we're ready to start upgrading to this next level here. But of course I can't get any Scroll of Sages just yet. As far as Ninja Exam, I'm pretty much stuck at level 82. Level 82 is tough, man. These things hit so hard. Recommended power is 21,000. Really, really hardcore there. So that's going to be a while before I can do that. I can probably, you know, I probably won't need 21,000 in order to beat this, but I'm going to need a lot more power than I have right now in order to get past that. But speaking of power, there is, and I'm not going to kind of like go into the minutia of this. This is just kind of a fun story. I might have to make a totally separate video to kind of talk about this later on. But there's apparently a guy on server 7 who has spent in between $20,000 and $30,000 on the game so far. In between 20 and 30,000. His battle power, it was like 43 and some change. Let's just say 45. Let's just say 45,000 battle power is what this guy has right now. And if you look at, I'm on server 2, one of the earlier servers. The top person on our server right now, Troublesome, with 26,000 power. The guy on server 7, and I'll put like a little screenshot on the screen or something like that so you guys can kind of see it. But the guy on server 7, he spent $20,000 to $30,000. He has about 45,000 battle power. People ask me, how does that make me feel about the game? Does it change anything? And it doesn't. It doesn't change anything at all. I didn't know the guy existed. He doesn't affect my game at all. Like, if this person wouldn't have sent me a screenshot of this character and this guy and how much he spent and told me all the details, I would have never known he existed. Never. And even if I was on server 7, I really wouldn't care because you're really not going to interact with that guy. You might not ever meet him in any content. In ranked PvP, you'll never meet him. Right now, since we're capped at 70, there's a good chance you might see him in Sage Battle. That sucks. totally agree. Just getting like one-shotted by a guy that has 45,000 battle power, that sucks. But you know what? Once level cap is up, he's going to be a mile away from me. You'll probably will never see him again. So, I mean, I can't get mad and I can't kind of hate the game and all the things that I like about it just because of the 0.0.0.1% chance, 0.0, not 0.00001% chance that somebody might spend the cost of a small car to have a bunch of battle power. Like, that just doesn't really affect me. The people that I go against for the most part are beatable. Like, I haven't really gone against a lot of people that just destroy me, except for like the strongest. Like the people that are, you know, strongest water, strongest wind, strongest lightning, all these people. Those people are pretty unbeatable for the most part. I don't really have a lot of good luck fighting them. But everybody else under this 1, 2, 3, I feel like I have a good chance of, well, not here in Midnight Blade. Look at all you Midnight Blades. So down here a little bit. I feel like everybody from this point on, I have a chance against. Here on Breeze, same thing. Everybody from right about here all the way down to the thousands and thousands of people that aren't on this list. There's plenty of competition for me. I'm not too worried about a guy spending 20 grand. I got to give him a shout out. Thanks for supporting the game, because I haven't really spent a lot of money in this game at all. So let's talk about that, and we'll kind of end the video. These daily purchase limits, these are a better deal than they have been before. So last time we got this, they were a complete ripoff. But I've done the math on these with the seal scrolls and the mood scrolls. And if you kind of estimate the price of a level 3 Magitama, because that doesn't actually exist in the shop, it's a pretty good deal. Same thing with the one for 288. It's a decent deal. You know, not mind-blowing though. And that's the thing that I want to kind of end this video on. As far as spending money in this game, people told me that this game would kind of like ask for my money at every second and try to like drain every dollar out of me, and I just haven't felt that. Like, I haven't. None of the things that have been coming to the game have made me go, I have to have that or I cannot proceed in the game, or I have to have that or this is going to make my experience in this game worse. It just hasn't happened. The only thing that like, let's take YouTube out of the situation completely, because I bought Playboy Sasuke for a lot of money, which is meh, whatever. Even though I love him, he's great and he's on my team, yeah. But if it wasn't for YouTube, the only thing I would have purchased was this Jonin medal and Gaara. That would have been the only thing I would have bought by now. It's just nothing I've seen that makes me want to open my wallet up, and that's great. It's really, really awesome that you can play this game comfortably. And even with all these things asking for this and looking for that, I mean, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it for me. And it hasn't impacted my game negatively yet. So if they can keep that up, if they can keep the game making a ton of money to keep it going, and still make it so that buying things is an option and not a requirement. Like right now, I feel like it's optional. Like all these things that they're trying to push in Hot Topics, I feel like it's all optional. But you can buy it if you really want to get ahead. You absolutely can. But you're not pushed to it. You're not forced to it. We were able to beat Hanzo without any of that whatsoever. So I feel like the game is walking that fine line. And hopefully it stays that way. That's all we can hope for. But maybe we might do this summons rebate. So I'm not super thrilled about it. Like I said, I'm thinking of ways to use, like I said in a couple of other videos before, I said based on the ad revenue that I get on these Naruto videos, I would use some of that money to reinvest back in the game to help you guys save money. That Playboy Sasuke was one example of that. Doing some of these summoning scrolls so you can see kind of how the RNG works and see what you could expect if you spent and got some of these summoning scrolls is something that I want to do. But I'm not really excited about buying these things because I don't feel like I need it. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying before. I don't really feel like I need any of this stuff. I would like to have it, but I don't feel like I need it. And dropping $100 on it just doesn't really do much for me. But like I said, I might do it just for the sake of YouTube, to kind of go good on my word to say that I will try to do some of these events so you can see how they kind of pan out. See what kind of things you can expect when you open up the cards and kind of give you an idea of what these things are like and if they're worth your time and your money. So that might be a thing. I'm still thinking about it. as far as summons go. I would love to have some of these double trigger summons though. Look at that. Chase, and this is just an example. Chase and attack repulsed and cause knockdown, triggered twice each round. That's really, really interesting. I really kind of want to play with those, but they are very hard to get. I mean, the only way you can get those is by basically, you know, opening up that wallet. Unless you might get really lucky here. You know, maybe. I don't know. If not, the only way to get it is to use the merchant here, and that will take you a long time. 18,000 points for just 5 little tokens. You need 80. It'll take you a very, very long time. Not impossible, but definitely a long time. That's the King of Hell. That's one of the pain pets, I believe. Dog of Hell. Yeah, 18,000. They're all 80-point fragments. They're all very expensive or very time consuming. And then you kind of get into the situation where do you level a summon up or do you go with runes instead? Like, do you get guaranteed power? Because this is guaranteed power, where this is not guaranteed power until way, way later. So that's just something to think about. Hopefully this shop gets updated sooner or later, because I'm getting tired of these ninjas. I really want this one to be updated with something, even though I'm thinking, I'll save it. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode of Chase and Chat. There goes Enchant's hanging out. Oh, Enchant's is not the strongest water anymore? Oh, Decoy. I forgot about Decoy. I forgot. Decoy, yeah. He definitely has spent quite a bit here. He has a ton of different ninjas. Ton of power there. So Decoy is now the strongest water. You know, everything has to come to an end. It's what it is what it is. Anyway, guys, once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show about nothing. The Chase and Chat. And we'll see you next video. Later.